I'm sure you saw the news about Gervonta Davis being arrested once again. Just give me your thoughts.
Unfortunately, man, I hope he come out. You know what I mean? Everybody else come out. I'm not with the domestic violence thing, man, but I hope that, he get that straightened out.
Now, you don't want to live with no regrets. I hate to see what's happening to Gervonta Davis right now. I hope he get it together. That rematch is out there. It'll just be sad if this derailed him.
I'm sure you saw the news what took place earlier today with Gervonta Davis being arrested.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I heard whispers that Devin Haney has a Hall of Fame career right now. I heard the whispers. But guess what? We're not paying attention to this. We're on our way to the Mount Rushmore of boxing.
The boxing world is reacting to Gervonta Davis's recent arrest, raising concerns about the potential cancellation of his rematch with Lamont Roach. Bernard Hopkins expressed hope for Davis's swift release, urging him to prioritize his family. Hopkins stressed the importance of mending his relationship with the mother of his children and encouraged Davis to stay positive and focus on career to move forward constructively.
I'm sure you saw the news about Gervonta Davis being arrested once again. Just give me your thoughts.
Unfortunately, man, I hope he come out. You know what I mean? Everybody else come out. I'm not with the domestic violence thing, man, but I hope that, he get that straightened out and he get back to focus on his family and his career. Family first, and then career second. But I just wish both his ex-girl, his kid's mother, can get things together and look forward and be positive going forward.
Antonio Tarver, a respected figure in boxing, voiced deep concern over Gervonta Davis's recent troubles. He acknowledged Davis's accomplishments in the ring, but stressed that athletic success isn't everything. Tarver urged the young star to focus on personal growth and maturity, warning that talent alone won't secure a lasting legacy. He also criticized the lack of strong mentorship among today's fighters, saying many struggle to handle fame and pressure. In Tarver's view, Davis's current situation highlights this broader issue. With a major fight looming, he finds it disheartening to see such a gifted boxer facing unnecessary setbacks.
It's kind of, I wouldn't say it's a big shock to a lot of us, but, there's this mindset, the fight with Lamont's not signed yet. Apparently he's going to fight Jake Paul. Like, it's put in and out of boxing right now.
Hey, man, I don't know, but, get these guys the bag so they can get the hell on if they not committed and dedicated to the sport. All they want is a bag. Give them a bag so they can go, bro. I mean, let these fighters that really want this shit, let's parade them. Let's get behind them. Let's support them. Let's build them. I'm not saying I don't know what happened. But I just hope and pray that young man get it together. He's at the top of his career, prime of his career. And I would want him to be remembered more by the things that he's doing in the ring rather than out. But, sometimes you got to win in life, too, before you can get in that ring and win. And sometimes life is harder than any opponent that we can face. And I just hope he get it together, bro. I feel like a lot of these young men don't have no mentors, bro. It ain't no more handlers in the game, bro. It ain't nobody taking care of the camp. These guys out here on their own frequency, bro. And I just think there's no more leaders in the game, bro. They're not going to where that real energy is that can really humble these guys a little bit. We only got a short period of time to be professional boxers. This shit is over quick, bro. And you don't ever want to live with no regrets. That'll hunt you, bro. That'll hunt you when you know you had the ability to be the best. Now, you don't want to live with no regrets. I hate to see what's happening to Gervonta Davis right now. I hope he get it together. That rematch is out there. It'll just be sad if this derailed him.
Sports journalist Mike Korza's tweet. Gervonta Davis arrested yet again. Slated for August 16th rematch with Lamont Roach now in even more jeopardy, quickly spread to the boxing community, fueling concerns about the highly anticipated rematch. With Davis facing renewed legal issues, the status of the August 16th bout is now uncertain. Fans and insiders alike are questioning whether the fight will proceed as planned or face postponement. The timing of the arrest has intensified speculation, with many fearing that one of the year's biggest showdowns could be derailed or significantly delayed. In the midst of the controversy, Lamont Roach remained composed. Taking to social media, he posted a short video from his gym, calmly stating, "We still here." His focused demeanor and commitment to staying ready, regardless of Davis's situation, resonated with fans. Many praised Roach's professionalism, discipline, and refusal to be distracted by outside drama. As uncertainty looms over the event, Roach's unwavering mindset has made him a standout example of resilience and determination in a sport where mental strength is just as critical as physical skill. When asked about Gervonta Davis's recent situation, Bill Haney declined to comment, opting to quietly deflect the topic. His silence suggests a cautious approach, reflecting a broader sentiment within the boxing community. Many professionals may be choosing to observe and wait for more information before offering opinions, or making judgments about the unfolding circumstances.
I'm sure you saw the news what took place earlier today with Gervonta Davis being arrested.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I heard whispers that Devin Haney has a Hall of Fame career right now. I heard the whispers. But guess what? We're not paying attention to this. We're on our way to the Mount Rushmore of boxing.
The boxing community's reaction to Gervonta Davis's latest legal troubles has been mixed, with some fans raising suspicions about the timing. Davis has faced multiple legal issues throughout his career, many occurring just before or after major fights. This recurring pattern has led some to speculate whether these incidents are more than coincidence. While there's no confirmed evidence suggesting intentional avoidance of fights, the repeated disruptions have sparked conspiracy theories among fans and insiders alike. Tension escalated further when a tweet from user Kyle Makachev claimed, "Breaking news, Gervonta Davis vs. Lamont Roach 2 is canceled." Although no official statement had been released at the time, the tweet spread quickly, fueling concern and uncertainty about the status of the highly anticipated rematch. Online discussions intensified, with fans debating whether the bout would move forward or be scrapped altogether. Amid the speculation, boxing champion Claressa Shields offered a heartfelt perspective on Davis. While acknowledging his immense talent, she pointed out that some of his interviews revealed deeper emotional struggles. Shields suggested that seeking professional help or therapy could benefit Davis, not as a sign of weakness, but as a crucial step toward mental strength and inner peace. Her compassionate remarks earned respect for highlighting the importance of emotional well-being in a fighter's life.
Gervonta is a hell of a fighter, but he needs to get his mental together. When I hear some of his interviews and I see some of the stuff that he's saying, I can just tell that he's not in love with the sport no more. I can tell that he didn't get his just due. I mean, it was crazy to hear that he said he got evicted out of a house or something like that. And I was just like, what in the world? And like that type of stuff when you've been fighting and knocking people out and fighting main events. I mean, he fought four main events here at T-Mobile against some of the best fighters. And it's just like, to see that he got evicted from his home and all this other stuff. Now he got kids and, you know, he's not signed with TMT. Mayweather, yeah. Promotions, anymore. It's like, when I hear him talk, he's like he want to be a nicer guy for his daughters and he don't want to be therapy. I think he would be better and even a better fighter if he went and did therapy like ASAP. Because I can just tell like he's a little sad, he's a little depressed, even before this fight, So I think it'd be a better fight. I think that Lamont has the mental edge. I think anybody right now would have the mental edge over Tank because to me he just needs to take some serious time to deal with whatever he's having to deal with. Nobody knows what it is, but I mean, me being a fighter, I have done plenty of camps where I was depressed and where I was going through anxiety. So it's not an easy thing to get over, especially when you don't have the support from certain people that you used to have.
Gervonta Davis has previously spoken about the emotional strain of facing high-level opponents, revealing the pressure he feels against top-tier talent. His candid admission exposed a more vulnerable side, reminding fans that even elite athletes grapple with stress and self-doubt. Davis's honesty underscores a reality that internal battles can be just as demanding and defining as the physical challenges in a fighter's journey.
I feel pressure. It's not me fighting home, but the pressure I feel is from what I want to do to, do to that person. Or like that's showing off my skill. That's showing that I ain't ready to be forward. That's the pressure.
And why do you think this fight is...
Boxing analyst Dan Raphael tweeted that the August 16th rematch with Lamont Roach was already unlikely, even before Gervonta Davis's latest legal trouble. His comment reflects a growing sentiment that Davis may not have been fully committed to the fight, whether due to personal distractions, emotional stress, or shifting priorities. The energy behind the bout appeared to be fading. Now, with added complications, the rematch's future looks even more doubtful. Fans are also drawing comparisons to 2022, when Davis encountered legal issues just 10 days before his scheduled clash with Ryan Garcia. This recurring pattern has reignited speculation, with critics questioning whether these last-minute problems are mere coincidences or part of deeper, more deliberate strategy.
The shot of Tank. Listen, innocent until proven guilty. I don't know what transpired. I don't know any of the details. This is the information that is available to us as of this recording. So again, I'm saying unfortunate news because Tank Davis is scheduled to fight, and he's scheduled to fight in 11 days, and it's almost midnight my time, Pacific Standard Time. So that means really 10 days. Does this affect in any way? Will this affect Tank Davis and his fight? You know, I don't know. I don't know all the details, but we've seen stuff like this happen before in the past. And since it's so fresh, today being December 27th, I don't think it will impact or, you know, postpone his fight or anything like that, because it'll be too quick to go to trial or anything like that. However, some would wonder, could this affect him mentally, right? You left Mayweather Promotions, you're your own boss, doing your own thing. So this is your first foray into that. You have a difficult Olympian in terms of Hector Luis Garcia that you're getting ready to fight, a little bit taller and bigger than you. And, you know, now you have something in the background. This, I can't say is news to Gervonta Davis in terms of him having little run-ins, because he had a run-in with some type of vehicular hit and run or whatever the situation is. So he's had court cases before. We'll see how it all plays out.
Social media erupted after reports surfaced that Lamont Roach had harsh words for Gervonta Davis. According to World Boxing News, Roach allegedly accused Davis of backing out of their rematch out of fear, stating he's scared to get embarrassed. Roach didn't hold back, declaring he's ready to humble Davis, and issued a bold challenge: step up or step aside. The tension between the two continues to grow, even without an official fight announcement. Throughout his career, Davis has expressed a desire to evolve, not just as a fighter, but as a father and individual. He's previously spoken about potential retirement and focusing on his personal life. Though he hasn't reiterated those plans recently, Roach's challenge may force a defining decision.
What's good, YouTube? Crown Jewel from Crown Jewel Boxing, back with a gym. Checked out the press conference yesterday. Watched the Rise podcast, 2 days ago, watched the Rise podcast response to it yesterday. And I just have to say, I see a lot of people think that, you know, Tank is bluffing with the retirement talk. Could be. I doubt it, though. And I'm going to tell you why I doubt it. When he talked about wanting to seek therapy and the person he has to be in order to be the fighter that he is, and wanting to be a softer person, you know, for his daughters, wanting to seek therapy, become a better person, to be with his children and lead a limelight. It seemed like a lot of emotion and passion in that. He seemed like he really meant what he was saying. There's a lot that comes with not only boxing, you know, because, you know, all fighters deal with certain things with being a boxer, you know, physically, mentally. But he has to deal with being a celebrity, you know, an international star on top of that. And I can't even imagine that pressure. So, you know, things get old, you know, your whole life gets scrutinized, no matter what moves he makes, you know what I mean? It's going to be accepted by some and, you know, ridiculed by others. And some people grow tired of it. You know, living a public life ain't for everybody. He's been tremendously successful, whatever he decides to do. You know, I wish him well. I think we need to, you know, watch this Lamont Roach fight closely, because we've seen this in the past from Mike Tyson talked about his heart no longer being in it, or, you know, you heard Buddy McGirt come out and say, you know, the fire left him, you know, while he was in camp in the middle of a run. I mean, it happens, and, you know, we don't know how it's going to affect him as a fighter. I would hope, you know, he can find it in himself to be motivated and get prepared, you know, and be the best version of himself, because, you know, as a Tank fan, I don't want to see him in a ring in any other capacity. You know, if he can't bring himself to be the best version of himself, then I think he should walk away. But regardless of what he decides to do, for people like myself, you know, I've had a great time, you know, watching his career. I wish him the best in his personal life. He didn't say he's retired immediately. He just said he's going to fight 3 times in 2025, and then it'll be over. You know, whoever those 3 fights he chooses to fight, you know, we have to respect it. And I would just say, you know, enjoy him while he's here. Because, you know, everybody in sports, whether it's boxing or otherwise, is only going to be active for a certain amount of time. And once it's over, it's over. So instead of, you know, Monday morning quarterbacking, ridiculing or criticizing, I think he's been a very special talent, and we need to enjoy him while he's here, because the end may be really near, according to what he's saying. That's all I have for y'all right now. Until next time, keep your hands up, your chin down, your ass off the floor. Peace.
Many believe now may be the right time for Gervonta Davis to pause, reflect, and make meaningful changes both personally and professionally. Even before his latest legal troubles, signs pointed to a lack of full commitment to rematch with Lamont Roach. Insiders noted delays in contract negotiations and a lack of training focus as possible red flags. With these new complications, the fight appears increasingly unlikely. As of now, its status remains officially unconfirmed, leaving fans and analysts waiting in uncertainty.
Signed and ready to go for the rematch, correct?
Y'all can't play so many head games. It's not even funny. Let me tell you something, bro. Lamont Roach has never been this big of a fighter before. Everyone knows Lamont Roach now. So he could be reaping the benefits of just enjoying his status of having that draw with Tank, while Tank is the one with the eye of the tiger. Tank is probably in the gym training his ass off. And then sign the contract, like, all right, we got to fight when? June. Oh, shit! Let's hurry up and dash your ass. Sugar Ray Leonard did that to Roberto Duran. Duran was told that he had a fight in a couple weeks, and he was like, dude, I'm 190 pounds in Panama. Which is why Roberto Duran was out of shape in the No Mas fight and was like, no mas. So Tank could be over there working, sign the contract in 3 weeks, and all of a sudden Lamont Roach got to put a training camp together.
Reports indicate that Gervonta Davis may be exploring a separate deal for a potential high-profile fight with Shakur Stevenson under the Turkey promotional banner. This possible matchup could explain his apparent shift in focus and why the rematch with Lamont Roach may have been postponed or quietly canceled. Davis's career has already seen several moments that spark concern and conversation among fans, and these recent developments have only added to the speculation. While some supporters express disappointment, others still believe he can recover and return stronger. For now, the atmosphere around Davis remains uncertain as fans and analysts await clarity on his next move and professional priorities.
This was arrested today for boxing, but it wasn't an opponent, it was his wife. He got arrested for battery and domestic violence charges involving the mother of his children. According to the reports, he was accused of slapping her in the face and then hitting her in the back of her head on Father's Day. Oh, now what a twist. Now, me personally, I don't know what was in Gervonta Davis' coffee that morning. I don't know what he got going on, but if I'm rich and I have money, I'm not hitting no woman. I'm not hitting a woman, period. But especially if I have money. Maybe I just picked a good girl, but my wife has never made me to the point where I wanted to punch her in the back of the head. Now, sometimes I wanted to pick her up and tombstone her, but you know, some of those times I let it go. But a lot of people are saying that Tank Davis is a great fighter, but just a terrible person. They're saying it's always the same thing with this guy, just a different day. But then again, we got to be two-sided in this world. I know it happened multiple times, but we don't know what his baby mama is doing to him. We don't know. Great thing for me, and it should be an amazing thing for you, is we shouldn't care what goes on in these celebrities' households. I just see him on a boxing ring and I cheer just for the boxing aspect. Now, him being Muhammad Ali at home don't got nothing to do with me, but it do look kind of crazy to name when you're a famous person. Davis, man, stop hitting that girl. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments.
Adding to the wave of social media reactions, user Benji tweeted, Gervonta Davis has found a way to successfully duck Lamont Roach. This is comical. The post captured the growing frustration and disbelief among fans, many of whom are questioning the repeated disruptions without resolution. While opinions are still divided, public interest in the situation remains strong. It's also worth noting that in a previous, similar case, an individual who had accused Davis later retracted the claim, stating no harm had occurred. That incident created doubt around future allegations and led many to urge caution before rushing to judgment. At present, the current situation is still under investigation, and no official conclusions or decisions have been announced.
Boxer Gervonta Davis was charged earlier this week with assault and battery against his girlfriend. Initially, she said he slapped her and threatened to kill her, and he was arrested. He denied everything, and now she's saying he didn't do anything, which is what he said. So what happens next? Generally speaking, a court date will be set. Davis will have to appear as a defendant, and his girlfriend would have to appear as the alleged victim. But a lot of times the alleged victim doesn't appear because they recant the accusation like she did. If she doesn't appear, the prosecutor can do several things. First, the prosecutor can just dismiss the case because the alleged victim isn't there. They can't proceed without her because her initial statements accusing Gervonta of hitting her are inadmissible. They're hearsay. And she's not there to be subject to cross-examination. So they can either dismiss the case or ask for a new court date and issue a warrant for her to appear. If she doesn't appear, either the first time or the next time or the next time, the case will be dismissed. Because she said he didn't do anything anyway, so it should be dismissed, right? What do y'all think?
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned for more.